It's 8. Yeah, no. The thing about it is, the thing about it is, I want. Okay, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. I don't care. It doesn't. I don't care. I watched like up until like the naked guy walking around, the friend that was seducing the girl, or he was, but he wasn't. It was like that was the Bye-Bye Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was like the first 15 minutes. That's where I got to, and I just turned it off. And then the shotgun guy, I think that's where I think that is in the same scene, but it was the shotgun guy ran in, he was going insane, and the woman ran into the house, didn't bother locking the door.
That sounds familiar. Familiar.
Yeah, and then he just opens the door, and she doesn't even bother running away from the door. She's just standing there, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. By the way, you're not logged into Facebook.
Well, damn it. See, if I'd have been here on time, you would have been able to tell me that.
You started before...
Well, no, I know. I'm not blaming you. I got here at 7.
Right.
And you know what's sad was I've been sitting here for 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yes, I was. I was sitting here since 6:40.
And you just forgot to log in?
No, people were talking to me.
Oh, who?
No, log into Facebook. That one, I don't know what the deal is. I didn't see that was a problem.
Well, you can do it now. You just go into edit live stream and then click on it and log back in. It's because Facebook is just losing access to everything. It's like, or StreamYard is just saying we're not letting you do anything anymore.
Facebook has been overly messed up.
Yeah, you think?
Like, I don't know what the deal has been lately with them. It's like, in fact, I had people commenting on my post, and I didn't even see it until I didn't even see the post until. Come on, reconnect to the damn Facebook, please. I didn't even see the post. People were commenting on my post until I ended up going to it. And there's like a whole bunch of comments, and I'm like, well, crap. These people think I hate them, and that's not true. I don't hate them.
Same. I mean, I do, but people do think that.
And then you wonder why you have problems.
Well, I have problems because I make my own damn problems.
That's it. Well, I'm glad you realize that.
I am my own problem.
I guess I'm not going to be on Facebook tonight.
Oh, it's because it's like you suck.
But I'm live on your channel,
stupid.
So
yeah, you could just share it from your channel or my channel.
That's a good point. Yeah, hold on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share it.
Yeah, because then you can be like, hey.
Comments. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was.
I don't either. I only know if somebody comments when it comes to the top of my screen and it shows my post, and then under it's a comment, and I'm like, oh, okay, somebody commented. I barely get notifications on comments. I gave up. I'm like, I'm done.
Social media is such a drag.
It is. That's why I just type out my Substack stuff and go, this is what you need to know, and then I just troll everybody.
But you want to be careful. But you want to be careful with that because you want your Substack to attract people who are on the same. They like the same things you do.
Right. Exactly. That's why I want it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you don't want to just go like, here's my information, and then ditch out. You don't want to sound like an infomercial.
Well, no. I just mean that.
Do you need squids in your life? I'm glad. Do you like rolling? That song by Limp Bizkit? Me too.
Do you like bones? And yes, I'm talking about the kind that go in vaginas.
Oh wow, that's voodoo kind of stuff right there.
Well, or it could be a boner. You don't know. You can put anything in the vagina if you're brave enough.
You went there. Just remember that. At the end of the day, you went there.
Somebody has to. Like, why not? So anyway, let's do this real quick before we forget, because we always forget.
In a world where people can talk about things, and there are people who have a lot to say about the things they are talking about. When there is nothing else to say, these people will talk about stuff with the confidence in knowing what they are saying. When they have things to say, they will start talking about the thing they need to talk about. This is the show that you don't want to miss when there are things to be discussed.
Ever seen the archival website, the Black Vault or Black Vault?
No. All I know, as far as like any archive stuff, I've seen like Internet Archive.
Okay,
Which has some pretty cool stuff and books and things like that.
Yeah, then you have like the Wayback Machine as well, and
yeah.
stuff. But
you can find a lot of the Wizard magazines and stuff, but you don't know anything about that. Go ahead.
I know the Wizard magazine. God, I'm not that old.
Hey, before you trolled me talking about how you didn't know it, so I don't want to even hear.
Listen, I know what the Wizard magazines were. It was when a bunch of people wanted to be wizards, and so they released a magazine for these people to buy, and you could usually get them at your local Walmart when you were drunk. And that was the target audience. I know what a Wizard magazine is.
No, see. And it was when Todd McFarlane wanted to be a wizard.
Yeah. And now he's he still hasn't came out about the whole AI thing. But anyway.
He's not going to.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care.
No, he's going over to IDW. What? No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, for $200.
Fake news.
$200 a book.
Okay, so figure this out, right? So I decided to figure out. Now this person, who's charged of there, wants to pay $200 a page for everything, right? That's not art. That's pencils, inks, colorist, and I'm taking this down as if the pencil and the ink are the same person, right? Pencil and inks, colorist, writer, editor. So that's about 4 people. Okay, let's say there is an inker. And maybe a flatter. All right, let's say there's 5 people. There are 5 people. That's $40 a page for a person.
Right.
You know what? And it's stupid. It's what, $800 for a book?
Yeah. Look,
it's a lot of time.
If it's $800 a book, I'm not going to complain. Like for me, but like for IDW and everything, no, that's just bullshit.
Especially when it's on stuff that's
popular.
Yeah, it's IPs. It's freaking Transformers and My Little Pony and all this. It's stuff that's popular, and it's like these are things that sell.
Right.
So, this will get people, and then it will give them incentive to promote the book.
Well, that doesn't mean it'll sell more.
If I'm doing a professional book, I'm not promoting it. That's a me problem. That's
right.
Like that's why wouldn't I promote that? And what? Okay, so obviously I'm not that big of an artist if I'm going to go ahead and accept $40 a page at this point in time. Because so what is my little following going to do for you? I mean, come on, man.
It's gonna. I don't know, stuff.
And what gets me is people who are like so gung-ho about joining a publisher that they'll do it, or they'll even pay other people to join it. And it's like, if they're doing this, 1, they've admitted they're not making money. 2, they've admitted they have bad business practices. And 3, what's IDW again? So,
right. I don't even know what IDW. I don't even know what IDW stands for.
What does IDW stand for? I'm not sure.
Independent Delaware, Idaho, Delaware Weekly.
But
idiots drowning in whiskey.
IDW is abbreviation for I don't want. So there you go. I don't want this shit.
I don't want the Ninja Turtle.
Well, that ended though, right? The Ninja Turtle ended.
Image picked it up, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah. I think they repicked it up. So that ended over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find what IDW Idea and Design Works.
Oh,
for free.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, that's what that means.
Right.
So it's IDW FF. They just dropped the FF. Like, come on, man. Come on. I know it's expensive to make a book. If this is what you want to do, then you're going to have to do it. And you're going to have to hustle in order to make your money back.
Right.
Look, typically a business, and this does not apply to comic books. I am not here to give you marketing advice. So if you take this with such a grain of you take this with a field of salt. You know that beach of salt that they have, the salt fields or whatever it is? Take it with that.
A beach of salt.
In fact, you shouldn't even digest this at all because it will kill you because of how much salt you should take. But most businesses are like, they don't make a profit till maybe a year, sometimes, maybe longer than that.
Right.
So you have to ask yourself, am I even going to make that profit? What am I doing this for? I understand that it's expensive, but you're asking somebody to work a 40-hour week job,
right?
And
same right here.
Now you're asking for a book a month,
right?
$40 a page. I could give you stick figures, and I'll be more than happy to take your $40.
Right. I will give you squiggles and circles that will maybe say a couple of words. In fact, I'll draw the letters. I'll write in cursive for you.
We'll do some tube figures and just
we'll make some tube. We'll draw some Steph Wilson boobies.
No, because Steph is worth more than that by a long shot.
Oh, I know. He's expensive.
But I'll never admit that to him, okay?
Right. I will never admit that he's worth it either. Hello. Welcome, everybody.
Don't clip that, chat.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm Steph, and he's Wilson, and together we're depressed. But what I was saying before, because was this website that I was watching a YouTuber called Chilling Scares, and he does like these weird things on the internet and like body cam footage caught on tape, or like weird body cam footage, and just all these types of different like paranormal and creepy things. And he did this website. I fucking
love that shit. I love that shit.
Oh, you'll love him. He's awesome.
Chilling Scares.
I'm
surprised I haven't come, but not Chills, right?
No.
Is that the one? Is that the one that goes like number 15?
No. Okay. Blame it on George.
Oh yeah, I do know. Yeah. Blame it on. It depends on who you are, how you pronounce that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I like him too. But this is Chilling Scares. Chilling Scares. Yeah, Chilling.
Well, blame it on Jorge. He doesn't put out much very often, but he finds some like really unique, like lost media and media scare stuff and everything.
Oh God, yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh yeah, did you watch that one about the girl who was like being held captive by her ex-boyfriend in the apartment, and her friend?
No, I haven't watched. Oh
my gosh,
which one was that?
Okay, it was. This is really, the story is really nuts. It was okay. Well, you tell me what you want to tell me. If we want to come back to it, I'll tell you about it.
No, I do. I want to come back to that. But Chilling Scares is really cool. But he was doing this weird websites he found. And one of them was the Black Vault. And it's this guy who exercises his right to freedom of information and gets like classified government documents.
Oh, shit.
And posts them on theblackvault.com. And they range anywhere from like paranormal case files to cryptozoology, UFOs, all the way to like Secret Service dog bites. So it's like wild, interesting stuff. And what's really creepy about it, though, is that he never directly says if this stuff is true or not. He just dumps the information on this website. Like, he never gives his own opinions or anything. It's really interesting website.
And it's the Black Vault, like .com? Really?
Yeah, it might pop up as like a weird... Because when I typed it in at first, it was just like a list of stuff.
Yeah. I'm not getting any rotten.com kind of shit here, am I?
No, that's if I told you to go to rotten.com or stinkymeat.com, which is another website about people leaving raw meat everywhere and seeing what happens. Shockingly, it rots. Weird.
Well, they got like cryptology and everything.
Yeah, it's a really interesting website. I was like, I had started checking it out and poking around on it. And I'm like, God, I think that's why I wanted to bring this up, because I was like, oh, I think he would be totally into this. Like, there's nuclear weapons, defense issues, military stuff, terrorism. all the way to paranormal stuff, and I'm like, damn.
I wonder if Tim knows about it. You know, I did Tim's UFO his first UFO podcast a couple Fridays ago.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on the October 11th one, I think.
October 11th? Was that his UFO one? No, huh?
I think so. I don't know. He asked, "Hey, you want to come on October 11th?" And he didn't actually tell me which one it was. So
no, that's probably his regular one because I think we're doing another one on October 4th.
Oh, okay.
So
then that is not me. So
I'm sorry.
No, that's
maybe
fine.
one day.
One day I'll be able to watch.
How much do you like UFOs? I mean, do you?
I do, but truthfully, I just like listening. Like I like listening to the stories and everything. Like I'm not very good at investigating. I just like listening. So
right, I hear you.
But he also did another website too. Let me bring it up. It was like and I can't find it because probably I'm not. It's apocalypse prepping.
Oh god.
.onion, and it's a deep web. So if you ever type in like deep, .onion, you get deep websites, and I think it only works if it's in your incognito mode. But it's like this guy who is what kind
of information are you giving people?
Right. He's like telling you how to survive the apocalypse for like in like the bare minimum. So like if robots take over, he's doing an entire prep thing on Chat GPT, and like if AI takes over. And it's really freaky. I'm like, oh, I don't
well, God bless him, I guess. For that.
Look, it's just like those people who, go to these worm events and try and they got way too much time on their hand. Granted, though, I give them a ton of fucking props and I respect you for it. So, like, hey, I run an entire website. So, probably the apocalypse. Sweet, hell yeah. It's not going to be very useful when the apocalypse happens and nobody can access this.
Nobody can access it because...
but yeah, I heard of a website that could be really helpful. Well, what is it? Oh, you can't get to it.
You can't get to it. AI has blocked it.
AI has blocked it. That's why it's .onion, you stupid idiots. So what is this?
Oh, right. So
person...
okay.
This isn't the Obey cult, is it?
No. This wasn't a cult. This was the story is crazy because she ended up with this guy, and I can't remember everything and every story, but he ended up taking her hostage and her friend in her apartment for like days or whatever the case is. So that's the twisted part. So the guy's nuts. They're negotiating with him. They're talking to him on TV and everything else like that. It's been days, right? Mm-hmm. So he finally, and I'm kind of cut to the chase. He's got him by gunpoint. The dad's been run out. He's kind of on interviews talking that pay attention. This is the important part. The dad's on TV talking about stuff, talking about what's going on and everything. In fact, no, he ends up having like a heart attack or something. He lives. But he ends up having a heart attack, so they see him on TV and stuff. All right, so the gunman's all like, "All right, he's kind of digging this 15 minutes of fame he's got with her, and she's agreeing to marry him, and even the freaking news reporters are like, sometimes when this kind of thing happens, that it actually ends up being true love and stuff like that, and they're telling him this on TV." Like the
the Beauty and the Beast Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
This is I don't remember if it was a Colombia or something like that. It was a South American country. Now was it Venezuela? Maybe. But so anyway, so it's publicized. Everybody's watching it. He ends up releasing the friend. Right? And it's a good faith, right? He kept the girlfriend, he released the friend. She goes home and everything's great. Well, not everything because he still got her friend, but everything's good and all, she's free and she goes home, she sleeps. The police visit her the next day and they ask her to go back and talk to him so that, because they think that she could get him to release her friend, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever the case is. So this is the police. This is the mother effing police. The police. So they end up escorting her back to the place. They can't go up there because otherwise he'll flip out. She goes back up to the apartment, and what do you think happens?
He kidnaps her again.
He kidnaps her again. All right.
Gee.
Yeah.
Who would
So
have thought?
basically, she's been freed. Now the police. Now here's the deal. So the police have had enough. They decide to bust into the apartment.
As you should have done before, but
Well, the problem is, see, this is why they didn't do it before. There was a shootout.
oh,
Okay.
like Simba Lion.
Yeah,
okay.
the friend lives. The girlfriend dies because of the shootout. Because he ended up shooting, because they startled him, he ended up shooting. And of course, he dies in the shootout and everything else too, right?
Right.
All right. So after this happens, her father disappears. Nobody knows what happens to the father. Nobody knows what the deal is. No, he wasn't in the apartment now.
No, I know. I was being.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, nobody could find him. And then eventually they do find him. He's actually wanted for murder. And because his, yeah, he was a hitman for somebody. And because his face was all over the TV, basically he was out and wanted. They caught him eventually.
Wait, so this man was a professional hitman?
I don't know how professional he was. Yeah, but basically that's the gist of it.
That's insane.
It's crazy. And look, go watch it. Even though I told you what the gist of it is, just the sheer amount of the fact that this actually happened in real life is crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, who I gotta see what the video is, or which
I can't remember. It was, I'm pretty sure it was Blaming on Jorge or Nick Crowley.
Oh, okay. I'll check his too.
Yeah, you know Nick Crowley, right?
I do. I've never watched his videos.
Oh, it's good.
Maybe I should.
He's good.
I like this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm all over the paranormal and weird media stuff and everything else like that, man. That's my jam.
I like how sometimes it's like, it's probably like people are just fucking around, and then you got a bunch of people who are like, it's actually this type of conspiracy. I'm like, no, I just made this. Like do you know the Galdrux cult?
No, but I want to.
It's well, if you search Galdrux in Google,
how do you even spell that?
G-A-L, just how it sounds, dude. Come on,
Galdrux.
Galdrux.
Oh, right. Okay.
Galdrux. Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look at Galdrux, and you find the Galdrux temple. Now, when you click this, though, you're gonna get some music. Once you click, you're gonna get like this creepy sound, and it's gonna play repetitively. So just forewarning when you click on the website, and it's like telling you how they are Galdrux and chaos reigns and all this other stuff. And apparently it's supposed to be a
Galdruxians.
What?
Galdruxians.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like these people who are like, I guess they are the Temple of Galdrux. They are cult members all around the world, and they're trying to bring people into one unity and everything. So it's really weird and it's bizarre, but a part of me just thinks that this is like an art project that somebody made.
Nowadays, you can't ever. Like, okay, so what is the Galdrux? One answer is the, huh?
Oh, okay. Because I was going to tell you, if you look right below that, it's dragonproject.wiki. You see Galdrux, and he's an SS rank behemoth in the game Dragon Project. So that's Galdrux. But anyway, continue.
Is it Galdrux.com?
Yeah.
Because I see the little, like,
the eyeball?
Spider-looking thingy.
Yeah, click on the spider-looking thing.
I clicked on it, but nothing's happening for me.
It didn't pop up Galdrux, the Eye of the Antica.
No, now it's come. Destroy all coherence. Gateway of the multiverse of mind. The hypothesis of the Galdrux. The invocation of Galdrux. The Eye of Galdrux.
Yeah. Is it playing the weird noise?
I don't hear it.
Oh, weird. Cause okay, maybe I'm just maybe
You're
I'm
chosen.
special. Yeah, I guess so.
That's
I'm
it.
joining the cult, the Temple of Maldrox or whatever. It's very annoying. I keep pressing stop and then oh, there it is. I found
And
the
this is.
little.
Are you sure it's on .com?
Yeah, galdrux.com. Here, I'll even send it to you. When you click on it, it opens up to this. Galdrux is the first multiverse cult of this planet. We are the heralds of a new era of weird.
That is not what I've got at all.
Share your screen. What are you on?
Am I on a different page? Maybe.
I don't know.
That's what it is. Well, it says galdrux.com. Okay, hold on.
You're not on the wiki, are you?
I don't think so. It says galdrux.com.
Let's see. Oh, that's another page.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know why how you got over there. But
I just went by Google, man. Just Google.
That's fine. I'm not I assume so, but
let's see.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then you click on that. And then this pops up, and then like a really creepy noise starts playing, and it's kind of annoying too. Yeah, that. If you scroll down, you can pause it.
Where?
You got to keep going down. There's like a little thing right there.
Oh my gosh!
And then if you scroll up, there's a video as well. It's
all right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Never mind. There's another one. All right. You know what? I'm muting the screen audio so we can explore this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Galdrux, the savior of the world, the Temple of Galdrux. Da 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 da. This guy is.
So you can mute it on your end, but I can't mute it on mine.
I just muted my screen, or the screen audio on my end.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think you can. I just muted the screen audio, so you can suffer with the noise. Pardon. But yeah, this is like a bonkers website, and Chilling Scares introduced me to it, and I don't really want to continue going through it because I'm afraid of what I might find. I mean, I also might agree with it and then decide to join, so I don't know. Like, it's kind of tempting. Hello. It also looks like somebody made those, like an Angel Fire website is what this looks like. You're fascinated, aren't you?
No, I can't freaking get off the damn. I can't find
something. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to shut it up. Shit. Oh my God. Okay, I can't take that. If you want to go see it, go find it, please.
Yeah, go find it.
Oh my gosh. It's like you shut down one of them and there's something else. And it feels like it's going to eat your mind. It's horrible.
It's weird.
Is horrible. What the fuck is Galdrux?
That. Apparently.
And here you are just tempted to go join the Galdrux cult. It sounds like something that you use to clean your kitchen sink. It's not. It's not even like.
What do you?
How do you get the Galdrux? The sink is clogged again. The children keep throwing their fingernails.
Yeah, and then you.
It happens, right?
Guys, quick! Everybody to the Black Vault. They coincide.
I saw something the other day about somebody wanting to do
a toilet cleaner.
Have their own religion, and it's like so.
Well, people
you want to create Dianetics too, huh? Well, that's their goal in life is to have their own religion.
Sure.
And I'm not got to get into real religions or thereof,
or
whatever. You know, I still have yet to see the difference between what we call a cult and what we call a religion.
So a religion is, and then there's a cult.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad
you're welcome. So cults is like a collective of people worshiping and having one general idea of something and believing it. And a religion is a gathering of people under one idea and then believing in it. It's very easy.
I think it's fabulous. Every value I've ever held has been questioned, and I'm loving it.
Right, exactly. There you go.
I don't, but no, but seriously though, I'm sure there's got to be like a wiki out there to tell you the difference between a cult and a religion.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
And I know some cults are disguised as religions, and
well, yeah, I mean, look at Scientology, look at Mormons, look at what was that one religion that actually Chilling Scares did a video on it, and I can't remember what it was.
that's actually a common question.
Well, I hope so.
Okay. Let's see what Gemini comes up with. So
let's go with
oh, this is interesting. Cults don't always deal with religious beliefs.
So like a sex cult, they don't believe in anything particular. They just want to have sex.
They just want to have sex. I thought that was just called an orgy or a good Saturday night in Michigan.
I mean, it is, but that's why we're not a cult. We're just weird. So,
and then there's Ohio. Anyway,
well, that's an entirely different story.
That's a whole thing altogether. But a cult is smaller and less organized and newer than a religion. But it could grow into one. So cult's like a baby religion, right?
A baby religion.
It's an infant. Yeah, and you have to grow your cult up into a religion.
Oh, that'd be a great game. That's like man, that's like a video game right there.
Look, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you saw that like the Sims people are going to just be using AI, right? The Sims game people, they fired a whole bunch of developers. Yeah, they fired a whole bunch of developers, and they're re-releasing Sims 4 or whatever to be controlled or run by AI or something.
Oh God, I mean, Sims 4 was already bad. So.
Yeah, but yeah, well, still. So here's the deal. I'm like, well, why don't those developers get together and create their own, their own game? And in actuality, people will be so damn tired of Sims anyway. You could probably profit from that more than you were getting paid by them, obviously. But there you go. It's a grow your religion. You're going to start off as a cult. Well, no, first you start off as a Bible study. But
no, first you start writing the Bible. Are you stupid?
That's right.
You gotta write it. Actually, fun story. So Blake told me the story of the Magic Hat Man in Mormonism.
The Magic Hat Man?
Yeah, Magic Hat Man.
This one's new to me.
So apparently there was a guy who would reach into a magic hat or into a hat, and he would put out proverbs that only he could translate.
Oh,
and
he
convinced he convinced a bunch of people.
Keep it up anyway.
Yeah. So eventually he convinced all these Mormon people that this was real, and so they put it in one of the books of Mormon. Well, guess what happened? They found out he was lying, and apparently he also stole a bunch of money from people. Like he would take people on.
It's either they steal money or wives. Either way it
goes. Yeah, more Mormons either steal wives or money. We know how this works.
That's it.
That's why Blake escaped the Mormon cult.
But I think South Park had it so great with it. Have you ever watched the South Park Mormon episode?
I mean, they wrote the Book of Mormons, but no.
Yeah. I mean, it's great because because what's funny about it is they're actually telling you the truth, just like Scientology. They're actually telling you the truth of what people believe, and they get mad about it. But you can't get mad about it. That's what you believe,
right? Like, well, we told you what we believe in, and you're agreeing to it.
Like what? Like Joseph Smith. I remember. Okay, I've actually read at the beginning of the Book of Mormon. It tells you the story of Joseph Smith. Have you ever read the beginning of? Have you ever read anything of the Book of Mormon?
No.
Okay. So, with the Book of Mormon, there's a beginning, and it tells you the story of Charles Smith. Jonathan Smith. I'm sorry.
I was about to say,
no.
you mean Joseph Smith?
Joseph Smith. Yeah, there we go.
You had it right the first time, and then you just.
Oh, I said Charles Smith. The first. Oh well, yeah. Okay, so it tells you the story of Joseph Smith, and basically Joseph Smith has an angel Moroni come and visit him, and awesome says, angel. "Hey, all the religions are wrong. Every one of them. You believe that religion? It's wrong. You don't like that one? Well, that's good because it's not right either. They're all different. But guess what? We got buried over here in your field are some gold tablets, and you're going to take these gold tablets and we're going to translate them. And the only people who can see these gold tablets are your family. And so you have witnesses, and every last witness has like maybe there might be one that's different, but it has Smith at the end of their. It's like mom and dad decided to sign, like, yeah, I've seen the gold tablets. I'm a witness, but transcribes the golden tablets or whatever. The guy who was writing all this down.
Oh, wait a minute. See, we're talking about the same story. He would write all of it down. Okay, continue. Because this is the seer stone is what you're talking about.
Yeah. He would do, yeah. But what happens is, so he wrote it all for Joseph Smith, right? Mm-hmm. The guy takes it to his wife. His wife's like, she's not believing this shit, right? She's like, go back and, tell him you lost it. Tell him to reread it. And then he goes back and the angel Moroni's mad and basically he's not going to translate it the same way. So we're going to translate it from a different point of view or some bullshit like that. But weird. Nobody ever sees the gold tablets, really. But it just goes to show you how easily that was. You know how he died, right?
Didn't he die? Didn't he like get murdered?
He got lynched. The motherfucker got pulled out of prison and lynched.
We're talking about the same story. So how he Joseph Smith translated it is that he would put his face in a hat.
Oh, right. Yeah,
yes.
That's it.
So
yeah.
Okay.
That's not really, I don't remember that being in the Book of Mormon. It's been a while.
It's not because it found out it was full of shit. So,
but the whole religion's based on it. Joseph Smith is every year they as it progresses, there's a new prophet, and the new prophet is who they believe is the voice of God, kind of like a pope. Anyway, so which that should tell you something. But anyway, so basically with that, every year there's a different prophet and they can come back and they can actually change the rules that, it was like this before, but now it's like this.
It's like a trading card game. You can go back and you can change the rules if something's too powerful. You can go back, or even like anime. This isn't canon or the Bible, but it's what you can do is you can continue saying this section here did happen, but it's not canon. It is not canonically accurate to our anime. It's kind of like the Foxy Pirates when Chopper left. He didn't leave because it wasn't canon. There you go. And there's our One Piece reference for the day. So speaking of
yes, change the subject, please.
Let's why I like the idea anyway.
Yeah,
so do you know
I've got Greek Orthodox and Catholic on my Facebook, and I don't really want to hear that they are offended by something I said.
No, they can be offended by something I said, and then we can pretend that we have beef. It'll be great. We can block each other for a little while. And I can say, hey, look at this guy's boyfriend and post about it all the time. But for like 4 days, I'm looking at you. Anyway, have you ever heard of the guy who goes and visits Poe's grave every year and toasts like a glass of whiskey to him?
Maybe. I don't know.
So it's called, let me bring it up. Edgar Allan Poe. What was it? The Poe Toaster? Poe Toaster is what it was called. Yeah, I know. I laughed too.
It sounds like a cheap toaster for people who can't afford bread.
Yeah.
This is the Poe Toaster. You need a Poe Toaster.
Listen, man, you want some toast that is like completely burnt but still edible toast? Buy the Poe Toaster.
We got a Poe Toaster. Poe Toaster.
That's what I'm saying from now on, the Poe Toaster. But apparently it's this guy who every year he would get a bottle of Cognate and sit at Poe's grave, leave some flowers, and give him a toast.
Cognac?
Yeah, what did I say?
Cognac.
Okay, well, whatever. Listen, Joseph John Smith.
Somebody who's
Charles Smith.
You're supposed to be an expert on this kind of stuff.
Listen, shut up.
Chapagna.
Listen, you listen to me in my whisks case. Anyway, or my rooms. I love room. It's great. It's delicious. It's sweet.
With Hitsky.
Anyway,
with Hitsky.
so cognac. Is that better?
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, he has a bottle of cognac, and then he toasts to them. Well, I guess nobody knew who this guy was, but he would always leave notes saying like, "I haven't forgotten you, Poe. Always thinking of you." You know, just like cryptic messages. And it's not like it's a murder thing or anything. Like this guy was just really into Poe, and nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
Well, the guy, I guess, passed away.
Oh.
And so somebody decided to pick up the mantle. It was rumored to be the guy's son. Well, they started doing the same thing, but kept leaving football quotes and like other garbage stuff. So none of this stuff was ever archived in the Poe like museum or whatever you would call archives for this generation thing. Well, the guy stopped. And long story short on it, now it's like a tradition in Baltimore where they choose every couple of years somebody to be the Poe toaster to go to the grave every year and give Edgar Allan Poe a toast.
Boy, that sounds like it started off as a baby cult.
No, it started off as a Bible study. Aren't you listening? So, God, we already had the rule. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Learning about, because like I said, I'm on a chilling scares spree.
Yeah.
Because it's getting close to spooky season. So.
Oh no, it's not close to it. It's freaking spooky season. I don't care.
Damn right it is.
It is. It started. Look. Summer hasn't ended. It ends this week, but still.
Right.
4th of July, August, you're just warming up. I think somebody said that September is now officially All Hallows Eve.
Sure.
Halloween Eve. So
or
October Eve or something. Maybe October Eve might be better. We'll take it.
All right. Sure, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to watch my 31 Days of Halloween in September. I'm going to wait till October. And I'm going to watch Imaginary because that's on streaming for free. I'm going to do it.
Gosh.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to text you every minute through it.
You're going to have to because you'll be bored.
I know.
Otherwise, you'll fall asleep.
Yeah. You're going to be like,
oh my gosh. It's crazy. Okay, so you've watched Abigail.
Yes, and I like that movie.
Okay.
It was very good.
You haven't watched From, have you?
No, but it's popped up. I just don't have the streaming service it's on.
Talk about conspiracy thoughts and trying to guess what's going on and all this. It's freaking awesome. We're waiting for that to come back Sunday. I've already watched it like 3 times, but not because I did it by myself. I watched it by myself first, and then I joined a couple members of my family, and then I made all my family watch it. Now they're all hooked. So.
Really?
Waiting for it to come back. Yes.
Well, isn't it because season 2 comes out soon, right?
No, 3.
Oh, it's that far in.
Yes.
Because I think season 1. Let me see. Because I thought Amazon Prime Video with subscription.
It's on MGM Plus or MGM whatever.
Apparently, season 2 leaves Prime in. Oh, they only have season 2 on. For whatever reason, on Amazon Prime.
That's weird. We were just watching it last night.
On Amazon Prime, season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Do you have a Roku? Or Sling? Or
I have
MGM
a Roku.
Plus?
I have a Roku, but...
Oh, okay, because apparently on the Roku channel, because I have a Roku TV, I guess it's free. Huh.
Oh, it must... Okay. It's included with... The first season is included with Prime right now. It's about to leave.
No, season 2 is.
No, look. Click where it says season 1. And click where it says... And you'll see... And you can click where it says season 2. You can go down and click on season 1. Now, my personal opinion is if you have it for free right now, that's how y'all can watch it, by the way.
Yeah.
Go freaking binge that sucker.
Oh, I will,
You
because
will.
it keeps
You
popping
will.
up, and I'm really interested
You
in
will.
it.
Okay, so a lot of people compare it to Lost, which I hate
Well, that's
because
stupid.
of how Lost ended. But I
Well,
hear Lost was really good at the beginning. I don't know.
Lost
I
was
never
pretty good.
watched it.
Lost was interesting and good at the beginning because it wasn't. It was like it was mysterious, and I know that
Right.
sounds silly to say, but it was like
Really mysterious.
yeah, like, and you played off of that. Like that's what you kept feeding into, and you spoon fed it. And then they realized, oh shit, we don't actually have anything. And then they made a big spooky cloud monster, and it got just really stupid.
You know,
After a while, so
what was interesting is Randy's interpretation of that, of what it was. Have you ever heard Randy's interpretation of what Lost was? And
mm-mm.
then something happened and they decided to change course?
Randy Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't heard it.
And I thought it would have been really cool. His interpretation was that they actually landed on Neverland.
Oh,
And the others were like the Lost Boys or whatever, but twisted somehow.
mm-hmm.
And that the cloud was actually like Tinkerbell, why it wouldn't mess with the kids or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then they decided to go in a different direction because they couldn't do that.
I guess, but it's the same people who did Lost, I think, did Once Upon a Time.
Really?
And if you ever saw, yeah, and if you ever saw, I'm pretty sure.
I saw the first season of Once Upon a Time. I heard it gets really gradually better, like throughout.
No, it doesn't.
No,
no, not even.
Oh, because I like the first season.
The problem with the first season was that they lifted the curse at the end of it.
Yeah,
and that's like you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. And then everybody in the second season, everybody's walking around like, what the hell? And then they start remembering themselves and everything else like that. And then the third season ends up with Peter Pan being evil and his shadow, which is played by Marilyn Manson. And
wait, really?
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, incorporating Captain Hook, and you always had Rumpelstiltskin there and everything. But like, I think I watched it up until Peter Pan, and that's why I'm thinking that might actually be factual, because like with Peter Pan, he was evil, right? Yeah. So maybe that was actually what they were trying to do. Which I thought. I mean, think about it. The name of the show was Lost, not Crash, not Stranded. It was called Lost.
Yeah, like the Lost Boys.
Like the Lost Boys. And then you had the others. And if there's something kind of magical about this island, I never watched it, so I'm shooting in the dark. You just tell me when I'm wrong. And then I hear that the cloud thing.
Oh no, go on.
I heard the cloud thing didn't mess with kids.
Yeah.
And so it would kill people who didn't have imaginations or whatever.
Yeah. Then I don't. Truthfully, I watched it a long time ago, and I was just done after the spooky cloud.
Well, what's sad about it is that would have been a really fucking awesome.
And then Corey Haim came out, and Kiefer Sutherland, and that was weird. No. And Corey Feldman, those people, like when they introduced the Lost Boys, that's when it got strange.
That's when the different they get Bill from Bill and Ted, but he wasn't right. He wasn't Marco from the Lost Boys. He was actually Bill.
Yeah, no, and then they all hung on a railroad, like over a bridge, and like screamed, and it was just it got really insane.
I honestly feel like there are three things I think that need to be retired from, and I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but that's okay. Nobody's watching. Three things that need to be fucking retired from independent comics and TV shows.
Vampires?
Ready? No. Oz.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wonderland and fucking Wonderland. Come up with your own shit.
Hey, I'm gonna stop you right there because I got news for you. Have you heard of Zenscope? Because they're not gonna stop. But I do agree.
They're not. Nobody's gonna. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna pervert it and everything else like that because you can't come up with your own magical land. You got to borrow someone else's, and then you fucking shit all over it. So don't give me.
No, No, continue, because you're gonna go on a rant, and it's gonna.
Oh yeah, but then you shit all over it. You take it out of the context. You say, "Oh, Glinda was actually fucking evil." You don't know shit about Glinda. The only thing you know about fucking Glinda is what you saw in a movie that didn't get the shit right to begin with. It was called a plot hole.
And then Ariana Grande came out.
Shit done. And she is a fucking villain. Fuck her. No, I have no problems with Ariana Grande.
I don't either. I actually like her. So
I couldn't name a fucking song by her, but yeah, I know her from Victorious, which I like Victorious because of the teacher. But
okay.
I digress.
Well, I like Ariana Grande not for children's shows. See. But it's interesting that you brought up.
I have kids, man. You know what?
That's not an excuse.
You're right. If only they watched the show, then I'd have an excuse.
I binged all 9 seasons of Victorious. With your kids? No, by myself. It was a lonely night. But it's interesting.
Victoria Justice.
It's interesting that you brought up Peter Pan being evil because Zenscope did that.
Yeah, but it's a common thing.
It's called Neverland.
A common thing.
Yeah, it's called Neverland. And honestly, it's actually good. I do give them props for that because he feeds off. He's almost like a vampire where he feeds off the youth. Your youth to stay young and everything. And then Captain Hook's a good guy, and Wendy and him team up with Tinkerbell, and it's actually pretty good. It's one of the ones where I'm like, wow,
let's stop
this is
making
not a good one. So.
Okay, Maleficent did it well. And I think Maleficent had a basis for it because Maleficent was fucking pissed that nobody invited her to the damn party.
Yeah.
It felt real. And this is so I feel like there's a basis for that one being a misunderstood villain.
Right.
Everybody else, let's stop. Let's stop making Ursula a victim. Let's stop making Captain Hook the hero. Let's stop gangbanging Smurfs. Just stop. It's not.
Wait.
It's not cool. It's not all right. Just stop. Come up with your own shit, man. No, stop. Fucking don't have Buzz fucking Lightyear smoking pot. It doesn't do anything. And leave Winnie the Pooh the fuck alone, man. Leave him alone.
leave Brittany alone.
You don't know. You just don't know.
Hey, C. You know what everybody's thinking of you right now?
Oh, I hate
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
And fucking Cthulhu. That's what I'll throw that in there. I'm probably like going to get the whole Indie Comics Network canceled over this shit.
I mean,
well, sorry.
Listen, you probably are. I don't know. I could do something else if you want me to get this canceled real quickly. That's fine.
No, but look, here's the deal. I am a proponent for making your own stuff. I'm not a proponent for taking an IP. If you do it, that's your business or whatever the case is.
See, I wrote Moby Dick.
Yeah, well, see, but the thing is, to me,
not on purpose.
It's fanfic, and if that's the case, but that's what it is. I feel like you could come up with something. If you could come up with a story for somebody else, you could come up with your own story.
Sure.
I mean, there's not a superhero out there that you couldn't make something else out of. That you just can't.
And I told you a couple, so
yeah. I mean, Marvel and DC were doing it all the time. They were tit for tat.
So I wanted to switch the subject real quick because we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
When you talk about sympathetic villains, you know what movie that I was very confused on that they made sympathetic? Cruella de Vil.
That doesn't even make any sense at all. Not at all.
That's what I had my biggest problem with Descendants was. Did you ever see the Descendants movies?
No, but I know them.
Okay, I watched them all.
Yeah, and you give me shit for Victorious, but we'll go ahead.
It was a very lonely night. um, but anyway, so we watched all four of them, and the first movie had Cruella in it, and her son, and all these characters were like tropes of themselves too.
Yeah.
Like Cruella's entire thing was she hates dogs. That was her trope. The evil queen loves mirrors because she's the evil queen, and her thing was mirrors.
Right.
Jafar looked like he was going to sell you a toaster at a gas station. But I do too. Yeah, like POTUS. Hey, you want this pole to... Anyway, we're not getting there. Pole toaster. But Cruella, at the end of the second movie, spoilers, they decide to release all the villains into the world of good because the island of the villains and the world of good are separated. And all the villains are banished to this world. But my thing is this. Cruella is a serial killer or an animal abuser.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some villains that do not need to leave that island.
Her whole thing is basically greed to the point that no matter what, there was no respect for life. There's no respect for anything. It was greed. It's what I want. It's what I want. And that was the driving force. And I'm sorry to say it. There's people out there that are actually like that. Sure. There's more people out there like that than there are of Maleficent.
Correct. And there's people like that out there that's more like Hades. Hades is just a gambler. He is your casino person. He is not as evil as Cruella, in my opinion.
Even in Greek mythology, though, Hades wasn't exactly evil. But I know that they kind of made him the villain in the Disney version.
They did, but at the same time, though, it's like, yeah, he hated Zeus, but at the same time, I would also be pissed if you gave me the underworld and then treated me like a joke the whole time. But he wasn't he wasn't like he was going to kill you in cold blood like Cruella.
Right.
You know, he gave you the deal choice to do.
And we're talking about this because you just recently watched Hercules.
It is, and I do not understand why Meg did not just put a rock in her shoe and say, ow. I do not understand that. Like, that bothered me because I'm older now, and I'm meaner and grumpier, and I don't get joy out of anything anymore. But Cruella didn't deserve to be off that island. My other problem is that Churn Bog was also probably there too, and that's an entirely other different story. Dude, that my whole problem with the Descendants was there are a lot of people who should not be coming off that island. Lady Tremaine, fine, whatever. You want to bring Maleficent out, fine, sure. Jafar, fine, but Cruella, that's where I kind of draw the line.
Jafar, really?
What did he? Okay, at least in the sense when he comes out, he's gonna probably cause problems, but he's not, like, he doesn't really kill you. Like, he's not trying to skin your flesh and make you into a coat. He's just trying more like a basic domination type thing.
I got what you're saying. He wants to rule you. He's not trying to kill you.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And he's also a pedophile for wanting Jasmine, but that's an entirely other different problem. I'm pretty sure she was overage. I think she was 18. But anyway.
I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out the ins and outs of fucking Disney villains.
Like Shan Yu, he just fucking kills people. That guy does not need to come out of the Disney that evil island.
Who is this?
Shan Yu, Mulan's villain.
Oh golly,
the one who has cataracts.
I thought it wasn't it the Huns though? It was part of the Huns.
He was the leader of the Huns, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've watched Mulan like twice.
That's okay. It's
only a long time ago.
It's only said like twice. Like legitimately,
well, there you go.
I forget.
I've only heard it 4 times.
Okay, well there you go. Like I always forget his name.
You must be on a Disney movie marathon.
Yeah, I am. I am. Eventually, I'm gonna go watch Halloween Town as well during the 31 days of Halloween because I actually like Halloween Town. It's cringy, but it's fun.
But I hear like somebody, like they changed somebody or something like that, and it made people upset.
They changed Marty in the the fourth movie, but she got older. Like they just changed. But other than that, I don't know. I've only seen the first one. I do not care about the others.
I've never watched any of them.
I don't.
I didn't. Look, and that's just like anybody who likes to read Oz, Neverland, and all that other stuff. No, whatever. If you like the different variations, that's on you.
Sure.
I'm just not going to be, But the same thing with Halloween Town or fucking Hocus Pocus.
Well, listen, let's be real here about those. And we could talk about those too, especially when our spooky month comes up. We'll be talking about a lot of spooky stuff. But my problem with Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas, and what was the other movie you said?
When?
What was
just
the one?
Now?
No, what movies did we say that are movies that always seem to show up and everybody's like, we really like these movies, and then they go away? That's Hocus Pocus.
No,
Borderlands.
Yeah, it's Borderlands. That will never come back up. Let's see. We talked about Hocus Pocus. You said that about Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Die Hard was the other one I said. Because I
Die Hard,
it
was.
Like I always feel like Die Hard and Hocus Pocus are the two. Oh, and Nightmare Before Christmas are the three movies. Well, Nightmare Before Christmas not so much, because I do find there are merchandise out there year round of that. But Hocus Pocus,
Nightmares everywhere.
Yeah, but Hocus Pocus only shows up during Halloween, and people are like, "This is my favorite movie." No, it's not. I give you
your anger's rubbing off on me now. I see what it is.
Right.
I see why I'm going in rants.
Right now, listen. It's my turn now. When you tell me your favorite movies, your list is not going to have Hocus Pocus until I remind you of fucking Hocus Pocus or Halloween comes around. And I guarantee it's like when people say it's my favorite author's Edgar Allan Poe. You do not know anything except the telltale.
Bro, okay. See, here's the thing. No, they know The Raven. Why are you even giving them the telltale?
Or the Mask of Red Death. No, you're right. Though, of course, quote The Raven. Remember.
The problem is you've read Edgar Allan Poe. That's your problem.
Right. Well, I read it in high school.
But you've read the Telltale Heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've read The Crow. I mean, The Raven.
The Raven. Oh, The Crow. I've read The Crow. Yeah, Brandon Lee was really great in the book. By Edgar Allan Poe is awesome. But you really read The Raven. When he got shot at the end. Yes, I have read The Raven, and I read The Mask of Red Death as well.
Right.
And then The Count of Monte Cristo I read.
What
which
is
was
it?
Not
The Pit and the Pendulum is one too.
I don't know. But if I read that one.
But here's the deal with Edgar Allan Poe, and I'm not well read on Edgar Allan Poe. No, I've read the Telltale Heart. I've read The Raven. I've read the required reading. If you're going to say that,
Same,
I read the required reading of Poe.
Exactly, I have too.
It's not that he's bad. It's just whatever. Like, and the Wednesday Addams Show. Have you watched that?
Yes, I've watched up to episode 4.
Okay,
it was Harry Potter.
Well, it was. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's 1. 2, but how generic is it? The fact that the name of the school is Edgar Allan Poe, or is Poe Academy or whatever, and the whole thing is based around little secrets left by Edgar Allan Poe, or something to that effect.
I mean, it's the Addams Family, but yes, I do give you that though.
But still, it's the Addams Family. Go back and Okay, when was the last time you went and read Charles Addams's strips?
Oh, every day. They're on my wall.
Okay, so he was just fantastically morbid. He used to try to sneak into places and things like that. He was just a fantastically morbid person, and that reflects in what's up, man. That just reflects in the Addams Family, right?
You're right.
So, and none of them had a name until the TV show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Gomez was actually picked by John Astin because he wanted it to have a name to identify with the Hispanic culture.
Oh.
So you had Gomez, Wednesday, Pugsley, Morticia. Those names were actually given by the TV show.
It was created for the TV show, wasn't he?
Who?
Cousin It. Wasn't he?
I want to say it was in. I think it showed up in
the strips.
in the strips, but I don't know if he was given a name.
I don't know, because I swore there was a character who was just made for the TV show.
It might be. That might be.
I mean, it is a possibility.
Yeah, it is a fictional character in the Addams Family. He was developed specifically for the 1964 television series.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of interesting because I like Cousin It. I think he's pretty neat. I think he sticks out. I think he's one of the ones that like he doesn't really blend in very well with the Addams Family, but I do enjoy him.
And this is the fact that he lives like this normal life.
Yeah. Well, in Scooby-Doo, he's like very well educated and he just kind of
Oh yeah. Well, look, okay, when you take the old Barry Sonnenfeld movies, which were a lot of them were taken from the strips. If you know the strip, you watch the movie, you see little bits and pieces of it. Like even the opening of the movie, you have them pouring a vat of oil on carolers, right? That's straight out the freaking strip. And Sonnenfeld integrated the real Addams Family into those movies. And what's actually kind of interesting, are you familiar with the movies?
Yeah.
Okay. So like Addams Family Values, right? I was going to say Addams Family Returns, like it's Batman. Anyway, but Addams Family Values.
Where's Wednesday?
Right. Well, you know how Fester's wife is trying to kill him?
Yeah.
That is actually taken from Charles Addams's life.
His wife.
There is a lot of speculation that his wife was trying to kill him. Absolutely.
Oh.
So I appreciate why those movies still stand like they do is because there's an appreciation for the source material. The deviation isn't so far-fetched or out of nowhere. Like they're not they're psychopaths, but they're not psychopaths. You didn't turn them into Jason and Freddy. You know what I mean? They're like naive psychopaths. He's a lady killer. He's a lady killer, twice acquitted. Like I think that's actually a joke in the strip. Right.
So, and that was the thing with Wednesday is that they made them like a killer. Like, oh, they have a dark past with this academy, and it was really weird. Like, it's not that I didn't hate the show. It was really awkward.
I just felt like it was a generic thing. Yeah, well, that was wild. His wife was trying to off him, and he put in. He didn't. No, that wasn't. It wasn't Adam. It wasn't Charles. Charles Adams' wife was trying to kill him. That was speculation. But Barry Sonnenfeld incorporated that into the plot of Addams Family's Value. So it's almost it's kind of have a biographical tinge to it. And I don't know if he did that on purpose. I never could find anything that said he did it on purpose. But I feel like there's a little bit of something in there that's probably done on purpose.
You could you imagine that, like going back through his whole like you find out that the Addams Family is just like a cry for help that his wife is trying to murder him.
Yeah, right. Well, it started. Well, Charles Addams, the strips were for the New Yorker, but he was an awkward child. He would often, I think, he tried to break into morgues to look at the bodies and stuff. So he was kind of he got in trouble a couple of times breaking into buildings and things of that nature on a morbid sense. Like it wasn't like he was trying to steal anything. I read a whole write-up on it. It's been a while, but he was an awkward person. So it makes sense that he would create something like the Addams Family.
Right.
And so when you see somebody, you had Addams Family Values. They had them go to summer camp. Like there's a scene, I think it's in the first movie, where Gomez shows a picture of him and Fester in cages about to go to the camp. And it might be. I think it's in the second movie then, and like again, straight out the strip. Like so, I appreciate that without trying, but while having a story around it. You know what I'm saying? Because when they invented a new kid, right? Basically, because I believe in the strip there was a scene where she was pregnant and she had like a 3-legged, whatever, and they did that scene at the end of the first movie.
Mhm.
So they kind of, we got a sequel? You want us to do it again? Okay, well, we're going to have to incorporate the freaking kid. So then you had this kid incorporated in there. What was his name? Pubert? Pubert Adams? And so basically it's a baby with a mustache. How wild is that? He gets sick and he gets golden locks and everything. And she's fucking reading Dr. Seuss to him. And like, it's just dreadful.
Morticia?
Oh, yeah. And it's like, oh, the cat lived. Oh.
Oh, I like that.
Go back and rewatch them while you're doing your spooky season stuff. I'm telling you, they hold up. They really do. It's pretty interesting. Like the guy that played Fester on the TV show. I don't know if you ever saw that old "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead."
Mm-mm.
You never saw that? Oh, it was actually a pretty good movie. It was like one of them like teen movies of the early 90s, late 80s. Same kind of affected like Ventures and Babysitting.
Mm.
And basically the babysitter died. They didn't want to tell their mom, so their kids are kind of watching after themselves. So it's with Christina Applegate from Married with Children. Anyway, her brother is the grandson of Fester, which I thought was kind of interesting because I just found that out today. So
so you went down an Addams Family. You found a Addams Family rabbit hole.
Yeah, well, I didn't even look there. It came up on we're in a matrix. And or a simulation or whatever you want to call it. I can't tell you how many times you say something out loud, not around phones, not around anything, but it shows up in real life. It's not showing up on an ad. Like something comes up in real life, and they're like, "Well, how does this show up in real life?" Like, okay, now I'm getting concerned. Anyway, but yeah, anytime. So, but yeah, I was a big Addams Family person. I liked Addams Family.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's anything close to it, really. They'll be out there, but just wait. When Addams Family hits the public domain, they're going to be psycho murdering hillbillies or some other bullshit or whatever, and we have a new take on the Addams Family. Like, fuck it, man.
Does this mean that we can do the Helen Keller isekai where we all